Me side. The fact that it took a small studio to make that game is honestly unbelievable. I think it was just two people, right? The reason why that in itself is an achievement, same with Schedule One, right? Is because it takes a lot of dedication as someone who's a game developer herself. Download Artist Choice free on itch.io. Hee is because burnout is so real, especially if whether or not you work. It's the fact of if you can even make money or not for your game, right? Like, let's say me side didn't sell, right? Um, and they had spent like 3 years making it. I don't know how long it took me side to make, right? But a lot of indie developers spend like let's say let's say between 1 to 5 years to make a game, right? And because they will equivocate the time they spent to how much they receive. So let's say you made, especially if you're selling on Steam, right? Because Steam is, they will take the most out of you. So let's say you sell like 3,000 copies, but because let's say $10 per three for 3,000 copies, right? That's $30,000, but then they take 30%. Let's just say you get $20,000, right? $21,000, right? It's like then they're gonna equate that time, and then they'll be like 10 to 20 cents an hour, right? So they'll be like, "Dang, I spent all that work to make $21,000." That's how it's like seen as, and yeah, it is low key kind of disheartening. Like you could take it as like that's what I learned, but at the same time, it's like what did I do so wrong? Why didn't my game sell in the first place? That's why I'm always saying to you guys, like, really understand what it is, or unless you are making a game just to make a game, like, or you just want a really specific audience. And that's why certain games literally just rely on the Kickstarter to make their game because it's like if they get the Kickstarter, then they get like at least some form of compensation if their game doesn't sell, right? Um, but like for existence, right? We a big thing we kept talking today was Stellar Blade because a lot of people are talking about how the game's sexualization and X, Y, and Z, and I say chat every time I say sex sells. And it's not with just Stellar Blade. Just think about a lot of popular games. And even if it's not just a sex component or just a sex scene, think about like what made a game popular. Because we were just talking about jiggle physics. Um, and it's crazy because if you look at me side, that has jiggle physics. Me side has jiggle physics, by the way, because we were talking about it. We're like, dang, me side has a lot of jiggle physics. What's up, Kawaii? Like me side has jiggle physics, by the way. No one really brings that up because the focus of that is horror. But me side has a lot of jiggle physics, especially if you play around with her in like the dress up area. But yeah, Misa has fan service in that sense, and also in the sense of you're dressing me side up. You're not dressing up the OC, the person you're playing as. You could dress up me side, not the OC, right? So there's that aspect, right? Um, but you have to understand why certain things sell because Misa had very little, zero to little marketing, right? But still sold because why? Yandere's or toxic type of behaviors are very popular right now. Um, for very specific reason. I still don't understand why, but like the yandere aesthetic is popular. Horror is popular. Cute girls are popular. Um, Mix those three up, well, you get a successful game. So, Schedule 1. Why did Schedule 1 become a success? Misa looks fun, but it's not my type of game. It's not everyone's type of game. Um, I will give you that, but I think it sold 7 million copies and it's $15 a pop. Even when it's on sale, it's like 10% off. So that's still bank. It's still making a lot of money. But 15. Let's just say it made like $70 million if it did sell 77,000 copies. I don't know if you could buy me side on it. So let me check if you could buy it, because that's not even taking account me if you could buy it. If you could buy on it, they probably sold more me side, because I know the demo. Oh, that's the demo. Can you not buy sell the game here? You could download me side. You can't down. I guess they decide not to sell it here. Tells me the game is awesome. Let's buy it here. Yeah. We'll keep more money we spend. That's like, yeah. People are wondering why that. Yeah, you could get more money on, but I think it's because you get more protection via Steam. Anywho, yeah, with Steam you get more traction compared to with on itch and GOG. But yeah, it had an audience on Steam. So, but there you have it. It still got a lot of money. Then with Schedule 1, you had its its indie title. It was $20, so good mark price. It had a interesting premise. You're a dealer, um, trying to make a living because you had to run away from the cops. And why is that interesting? It gives like a GTA type of vibe. GTA still hasn't come out after how many years? GTA 6? Is it? Yeah. So there is a demand for that type of game. What else? Characters had a unique design. It kind of gave off like Simpson type of vibe. It was made by one person. What else? Um, the aesthetic in terms of like even like the stuff you would find on the walls was crazy. Um, like the lingo, even if there was like essentially no voice acting and whatnot, it was just like the charm of the game itself. It has a certain type of charm. Okay, so there's just like stuff you really have to pay attention to as to why it's working. Like, why is it catering to the audience? Like, people like single player, people like multiplayer. So Misai is definitely single player experience. It focuses on story, and Schedule 1 can focus on both story and the single player experience, depending on how you look at it. So to each their own. So yeah, I think that's why it's hard to really decide. And then let me see if there's a Kickstarter for this, because the thing with some people is that, ooh, I think this is a better topic to say for another day. But ooh, I'm up at top. Let's go. My my visual novel called Lloyd's Playbook. I have to fix the my my campaign look because it's so basic. But I'm at the very tippy top. Let's go. But anywho, I was checking to see if Me Side is in Kickstarter and whatnot. It is not in Kickstarter. So like there's certain things to see. And then if Schedule 1 is in Kickstarter. But like these people, like certain people, do not do crowdfunding, and they just straight up go with all the risk. So that's one of those things where some people are like, you know what, I'm just gonna make my game. That's all there is to it. It's like I don't care. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, what you guys take on it? Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below.